An interesting little thing to think about. At one point, consciousness wasn't as intelligent. There's a difference between conscious and intelligent. Consciousness was there, but the intelligence, even the invisible intelligence, wasn't smart enough or intelligent enough or developed enough at that in that invisible vehicle of time, that invisible vehicle of development, where it didn't know what it was doing yet, and it took quite some time, some development, some form of vehicle we can't really understand in a non-time fashion, where thought happens inwardly, outwardly, and all around at the same time. Thought just happens, manifests, and it produces itself. So it's no point of trying to explain that part. But just like, how would you explain how an invisible thing did developed and became able to do something or make something happen? Well, let's picture a human baby, a little baby, okay? When it's little, it doesn't know that it's even a baby. It's just bumbling around, holding its head up, looking around, all like spaced out, doodly-doo. And after time, it starts getting more conscious, and it gets up and it starts walking around and whatever, and it sees things happening and whatever. And if you just didn't have people there, think about how that baby, without any impressions or any guidance, would take a long time to develop. Well, in the invisible sense, you just pictured it in your head, and that wasn't a physical baby, but in the invisible sense, the same kind of thing happened from consciousness into particles and molecules and all those kind of eons and atoms and the things we call them. That's how those things happen, because intelligence had to evolve, and the only way it could possibly evolve is in a mathematic way that actually reproduced itself without having any structural mistakes. And that's why there's, whatever, there's many names for it. They call it sacred geometry and the golden ratio and all those kind of different things. But it's just, things have to align in order to produce. And they know how to do that without us consciously knowing. That's the beauteous part of it. And if we could ever explain it, we could produce it. But we'll never be able to explain it because it's a non-physical thing that you can't see. So no matter, it's basically by coming up with a method in your mind to implement and practice as deeply and as wholeheartedly as you can, knowing that it's that way, and that's how it works. But you have to truly, wholeheartedly believe it with no doubt at all. And you're not trying to prove it; you just know it. It's just there, boom. But that's the hardest part: is to do something that isn't there and hasn't happened, with the feeling of being there and has happened already. But once you do it, once you've seen it, you go to the future and see it and make it feel like it's that, and then you have it already. So then you bring it back, and then it happens. So anyway, for now, till next time, peace.